checking your notes. You took notes?
No.
I didn't take notes. Oh man, I didn't get any water.
Because there's none left in the Brita.
Oh, yeah, because I didn't fill it up.
So I was over there filling it up.
I have water in my water bottle. Maybe I'll grab that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream where we're going to talk about... Yeah, I knew it was going to edit it. See, it always does this. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what I say. YouTube has other plans. Hello. Yes, we're going to talk about comics today.
Yes. Hello
all. I am hype. Are you hype?
I'm hyped. Do you want to get started?
Yeah, let's get started. Hello. My name is Amanda McKnight, and I am addicted to comics.
And I am UptownDuck, and I fuel this addiction.
Maybe we should actually call this, like, comic book... Oh, we can't put addiction in the title on YouTube, can we?
No.
Comic book anonymous. No, that's not good. I'm still thinking of names. We were looking up titles for this series that we're doing. I was noticing that no one had the name pull list that was like, other than Marvel. Marvel's the only one that does pull list that really pops online. So I was like, we could be the pull list. And we were like, well, that's just cool. So now we do that, but it's also, I don't know. I feel like it's still not popping. I don't know what to do with this.
Well, that's for Dark Ride. So
well, when
you're done talking about it.
All right, I guess I'll start talking about this one.
There you go.
Also, hello everybody. Hi Michael over on Twitch, and Danny, and Rapala.
Hello all.
And Locke. Hello.
It's comic book time.
It's new comic book day. I hope everybody had a good new comic book day. And hopefully you were able to get a copy of Ultimate Black Panther. Because apparently it's sold out everywhere. Daniel, thank you so much for the sub.
Hey.
Thank you. Wow. Why does it seem like so much longer? I don't know. Because hopefully it's like a good sign that it seems longer. It's not a bad sign. I actually don't know. I kind of liked where that was. It's right on my... right in the face.
Yeah, so
maybe over here.
I just pulled up this article.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that again. Here.
Penguin loses thousands of copies of Ultimate Black Panther #1.
Oh, wait, what? Penguin lost copies?
It seems that Penguin
Where'd they go?
appears to have lost thousands of copies of Marvel's launch issue of Ultimate Black Panther #1. Penguin Random House loses over 12,000 copies of Ultimate Black Panther #1.
Well, that's just dandy, isn't it? That's crazy. So no wonder none of us could get copies, because no one was getting them in their shops.
Well, 12,000, it's still a lot.
Yeah, I mean, but that's still a lot. 12,000 went missing?
Yeah.
That's a lot to go missing. We could have maybe had copies if those 12,000 hadn't gone missing.
Sure, if you go on eBay, there'll be 12,000 issues.
We didn't even see it at our LCS.
Available. Yeah,
I didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
Didn't see it. Came back here to find out that it had released today, and that we had somehow missed it because I saw it was trending on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, that came out today," and I was like, "But it wasn't. We didn't see it anywhere."
Yeah, so
apparently everyone sold out.
Black Panther #1, the new hotness, and then when #2 comes out, all the collectors will stay at home and people will actually be able to buy it. So.
Yes, yeah. We were also talking about that and my frustration with the fact that every time there is some new hotness, the amount of times that I have not been able to buy things because of cool covers that everyone wants, it drives me bananas. It makes me go crazy, and I hate it so much.
It happened with the
we collect too, but we
issue.
also read comics. So.
Yeah, I just like to own it to have it, honestly.
Yeah.
And I have an issue where, or I shouldn't say issue because
you have an issue.
I have a problem with issues.
Oh.
That are missing in the collection.
Yeah, you are a completionist. You need to have everyone.
I don't like seeing you have a 5-issue mini and it goes 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm like, I need it.
I think that's what happened to me with the Fantastic Four X-Men crossover they did a few years ago. But yeah, so that was frustrating to hear about, and then also to see other people online that were basically ranting about that same issue. Rapala coming through with a 30 stream streak.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's a crazy streak over there on Twitch. Rapala says, reminder that you're doing a beautiful job. Oh, thank you, Rapala. I appreciate it. Matt, hello, Matt. How's it going? How you doing? A 15 stream streak. That's a long streak.
Keep it going.
Keep streaking. Woohoo, says Matt. How you doing, Matt? Sai, hello. How's it going over on Twitch? Saying hello. Also, if you are in one of the chats and you don't see the other chats that we're talking about, I am multi-streaming, so you might not see everything. I don't have my chat up on the screen today. But I will try to say what I'm responding to so that it never feels like I'm talking to a ghost. Danny says, 35 stream streak. Whoa, King of the Hill is the best anime. I mean, I like that you see it as an anime. I think that in of itself, that's my favorite thing. Daniel says, I'm lurking, but only long enough to get my dishes done. This might be a lerp. Is this a lerp? I have no idea what a lerp is. Oh, Daniel has lerped.
Lerp it.
Slurps. Thanks for lerping. Matt M says, good here. And y'all, I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I have this new issue. I didn't get a Disney cover, but I did get a Halloween cover of Dark Ride, issue number 10, which I think this is going to be the last issue of Dark Ride.
You keep saying that.
No,
it's
2 more issues? 2 more issues.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm just upset that it's even ending so soon. I feel like it could go for at least 20 issues. I don't know if I open this, if there's spoilers. Let's take a peek.
Well, for people who don't know, why don't you start...
Yeah, so Dark Ride is actually... Can I show this? Is this okay? This guy's hands... It's fine, it's art. Don't worry, no one was actually harmed in the making of this comic. Well, I didn't mean to, but it did what it did. Anyways, this is Dark Ride. It is, 1, a very beautiful comic, and 2, it's a really cool comic about a theme park that is themed on like horror rides. I personally really love this series. I've been really enjoying it. And yeah, it's basically about a family.
Yep.
And they're also kind of, there's like demons and stuff.
Well, imagine if Walt Disney sold his soul to make Disney World.
That's basically it. Yeah. That's basically what's going on. It's yeah, it's really good. It's very cool. And this is the Halloween cover.
Halloween being
this character,
the person,
who I also really want to do a cosplay of. I really love her in the series. She's basically the daughter of what is basically Walt Disney in this world, but for the horror theme park, Dante. And then there's also his son, Sam, which is short for Samaine. So their names are Halloween and Samaine. How cool is that? Yeah. It's by Josh Williamson, and I've been really enjoying it. And who is on art in this again? Andre Bresson? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But, yeah. That's who made it. I love it. This is Danny.
Danny Devil.
Danny Devil, the mascot.
Oh, Danny DeEvil.
Danny DeEvil, yeah. It's like the Mickey Mouse of their theme park. So, yeah, it's really good. Whoa! Mac Man says, my favorite comic book reviewer on YouTube. Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice.
Yeah, if you guys like fun, twisted horror,
you should check it out.
Dark Ride is really good.
It's really good. And soon it'll be done, and then it'll be collected into a trade, too, if you prefer that. Oh, I was going to say, do you want to do one? Or you want me to talk about X-Men? Or are we just going to go in the order of...
I was just going in the order of stuff.
Okay. Just going in the order of stuff. So, this is X-Men... Oh, Rapala has redeemed a hydrate.
Oof.
Whoa.
This
just fell. You know what? It is what it is. We will hydrate in a second, but first, let me show you if my camera will focus. Oh boy. Oh, there it is. Slow to focus today. My apologies. Let me show you X-Men. This is the X-Men variant cover, the 97 animated series variant. I had to get this one Miss Marvel is on the main cover because she's on the X-Men right now, and I just want to say, sorry, Miss Marvel, I do love you, but this cover's so cool. I love collecting variant covers. Do you guys like collecting variant covers, or do you prefer to get the main covers? Anyways, meanwhile, inside this book, we have Phil Noto on art, just crushing it. I'm so excited to get caught up. Here are Sink and Laura, who are leading...
Talon.
Yeah, who's Talon right now.
Yeah.
Also known as X-23, also known as Wolverine, depending on when we're talking about her. Who are leading the X-Men. Yeah, I think they're dealing with a bunch of stuff because it's Fall of X right now, but I have to get caught back up. But the stuff that I was reading when I peered back in now and then just convinced me that I needed to keep collecting X-Men. And yeah, I enjoyed what I read. Also, this art, though. This art, Dugan and Noto is, like, becoming, like, one of my favorite, like, creative duos. I'm gonna grab my water really quick. Is that Rogue on the cover or in the comic? In the comic, it's Laura Kinney, Talon, formerly known as Wolverine, who is formerly known as X-23. But she's Talon right now. But on the front, definitely Rogue, if that's what you're asking about. Yay.
And then I picked up today, there we go, Venom 30.
Why don't you grab my water?
Milestone issue for Ewing's Venom run. And as you can see on the cover, it is a lot of symbiote people fighting other symbiote people. And it would be weird to say that those are all Eddie Brock. Every single one.
Eddie Brock. Everything's coming up Eddie Brock.
It's Eddie Brock as the
Whoa.
King in Black across all of time, all fighting each other. It's just as crazy as it sounds, and I love it. I just finished actually reading it not that long ago, before we started stream, and...
Oh my gosh. This doesn't look good.
And then if you just, if you go to the next page, again, it's art, so it's fine.
It's art. Don't worry, this is art. Don't worry about what's happening here.
And technically,
it's just art.
They're all symbiotes, so
no one was really harmed. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, symbiotes were harmed in
in the making of this comic.
But it is a very cool
Oh
idea.
man, I love that spread. I love this layout.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, other than that, without
The
spoiling
Royal
too
Rumble.
much, because I really recommend this. I mean, I don't know if it's a good starter Venom comic. If you're looking to get into Venom,
I would say the previous run is pretty good.
yeah,
though.
the Donny Cates Venom, which was the previous one before Ewing took over, is definitely a really good jumping on point. But this one is really kind of a love letter to Eddie Brock as a character and his lore and how far he's come since he was a crazy 90s character with green ooze dripping from his fangs. It's all here. It's all in there as well, and it's all acknowledged.
Man, this camera is really struggling. There you go.
Get the tap.
Also, Antonio with the Amanda emotes over on the YouTube chat. Hello. Also, thanks for becoming a member, my friend. I saw that you were a new member earlier today. Welcome on in to the Fang Gang.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to grab water.
All right.
But then I'll be right back. I'll let you talk about your love of Venom. Oh, I just realized this camera is slightly skewed. Maybe that's why.
Yes, that's the issue. Slightly skewed.
Slightly skewed. Well, I think it's actually the low light that does that, but...
Yeah, so...
Oh, shoot. I left my water in the car. God. Darn it.
Venom has been a wild ride. I would say it has many highs and lows, to be fair. Hey, Rupala, how's it going? I thought the Echo ad was the comic, said Critter Nation. No Eddies were harmed in the making of this comic.
No, there was no... There's no Echo comic right now, I don't think, actually. Kind of a rare thing, actually, to have an MCU project and no series.
No follow-up series at the same time.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, usually they
Milk it, yeah.
They milk it. But not with Echo. With Echo, they said, no, we're not going to milk it.
Well, speaking of, there's a little bit of, I guess, MCU news.
There is.
Break into that.
That we just found out.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, they're getting ready to start filming Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least they're going to film, I guess, Reed. Because Pedro Pascal is getting ready to film.
Yeah.
But also...
They said that they're
going to tell us about who else is in it soon.
Announcing the new people coming soon.
So we don't know who it is yet.
I'm sure Amanda will community post
once we get a cast.
As soon as the cast has been revealed, who's who.
And then some people were talking online about how, like, what even will happen, because apparently Thunderbolts is supposed to come out after, but Thunderbolts is more ready to, like, they're going to be filming sooner than Fantastic Four, but they just said they're going to start filming Fantastic Four. But also they don't have a cast. So I think people are like, how are you going to film this?
Well,
I think they have a cast,
cast,
but I think they're just not telling us.
They haven't announced it yet.
But why wouldn't they announce it, is the question, I guess.
Because people like surprises, and people like having a little press conference and saying, here's the thing.
Yeah,
or, or even having a trailer debut for Deadpool 3 that has all these surprises in it, as opposed to people taking pictures on set. I mean, yeah, sure, those leaks are cool. Don't get me wrong.
But at the same time, wouldn't it be nice to be surprised?
Yeah, I didn't like when...
Is the side higher than the side?
Yeah,
oh,
I raised that for me. Yeah, I mean, that's just my personal preference. I like, what do you guys think of, like, leaks and stuff like that? When it comes to just, like, your favorite properties. You'll just be, browsing Reddit or the internet and just like, oh, leaked. This whole thing is happening. And then the company has to come out and be like, yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, that's happening. We wanted to surprise you, but unfortunately, you guys ruined the surprise for yourselves. Well, I mean, we didn't ruin it. I haven't even seen any leaks, actually, for Deadpool 3. I've been avoiding it like the plague.
Meanwhile, I live on Reddit, so everything
gets spoiled for you.
Comes up.
Yeah. I've been managing to avoid it so far. And anytime someone is like posting something, like, or if it's trending, I'm just like, I'm not gonna look at that because I know there's leaks. MKF30 is asking, is this water? Yes, it is water in a really cool mug that was actually given to me by Michael. Thank you, Michael, for this mug. Also, thank you, Michael, for the Cineplex gift card, by the way. I saw that you sent that the other day, and I appreciate you. I love these mugs. We have a set of 2 of them, and it says, still sleeping, not yet awake, because these are also thermal mugs, so you can use them for, like, coffee and tea. And I love glass mugs for tea. I think they look so cool. So.
Paula says, I'd prefer to just see a teaser rather than leaks.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Michael with the heart.
Did I change the cost of the poll revote before? Yeah, I did. I don't know if I changed it. I can just turn it off so people can't revote. I more did it just to balance out so that people on YouTube who don't have the ability to revote, so that it's fair, so that they're still weighted fairly. Because unfortunately there's no option for them because they don't get channel points over there on YouTube. MKF30 over on YouTube is saying, cool mug. I wonder how Peacemaker will play in MK. Yeah, I'm also very excited about that. February 28th, I think, we're getting a character. I'm really excited.
If you have the collectors, or the premium edition, you get access to him February 28th.
Woo!
So
I'm very excited.
I know you're going to be streaming that.
I will definitely be streaming that. I'm very excited. I'm more excited than I was for Omni-Man. Although I feel like, just based on how much I really love Omni-Man's playstyle, I think I might like Omni-Man better, but what do you think?
We've literally seen nothing of how Peacemaker is going to work, so...
Yeah. No, that's true. But just based on what I know of the character, I don't know. I think he's going to be, like, going in, like, probably shooting people.
Guns
but then also, like, eagles?
Guns and eagly.
You think Eagly's going to be in there?
I think Eagly's going to be his throw.
Oh my gosh. I think it's going to be, like, heavy-hitting fists, too, though. I don't know. I feel like he's going to be... how do I explain this? Like, I just feel like the pace for Peacemaker, don't get me wrong, I think he's going to be really cool. But I just think his pace is going to be more like, you know? Whereas Omni-Man's like, like it's going to be like a little bit more clunky, but I don't want to say clunky because then that implies that it's going to be bad. Because clunky is a negative word. But do you know what I mean? Like, just the pacing.
I see.
Does anyone understand what I'm talking about?
I know how your brain works, so I get what you're trying to say. But
maybe no one else does.
I think he's going to be stiff. Most seem excited for Homelander. He'll probably have eye laser moves when he comes out later this year.
I'm like the least excited for Homelander of them, which, I mean, I'm still excited, but...
I feel like they're going to time him for the release of Season 4.
For the boys?
Yeah, that just makes sense to me.
That makes sense.
But
we need to catch up on Gen V.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me tell you about this.
We need to catch up on these comics.
We need to catch up on these comics. Let's talk about some Star Wars. So as you may know, because I was talking about this before, I'm not done the Dark Droids event yet. Still have to finish it. However, what did I get caught up on? I got caught up on...
Star Trek?
No, I didn't get... I got caught up on Radiant Black, which is really good. Oh, I should grab that and show them the trade that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let me do this first. I got caught up on that, and I finished the Halloween Star Trek series from October. And my Star Wars, I still have to catch up. But the one series that I decided I was going to continue with after Dark Droids is Dr. Aphra, because I really love this series. I heard so many amazing things about this series. It has been recommended to me multiple times over. And I was like, yeah, we'll see. And then, like, when I read it in Dark Droids, it was like, yeah, this is the best series. And Duck was like, are you going to keep up with, like, any of the other ones? And I'm like, nope, just Dr. Aphra, I think.
Dr. Aphra.
Not to say that the other ones are bad. They're actually all really good, I think. But I just really loved Dr. Aphra.
What would you say... Or who would you say Dr. Aphra's kind of like as a character for anyone who is uninformed?
Yeah, Dr. Aphra is basically like Han Solo. Kind of a Han Solo vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say gets in trouble with the ladies more even than Han does. She is very much that kind of rogue-like character. Flying around. She also was married to the character that inspired... Well, actually, here she is. Sana Starro.
Mm-hmm.
Who we saw when we were at Galaxy's Edge over at Disney.
Yeah, she was there.
Which I also now kind of want to read her series. Is that good?
I haven't read anything about that? There it is.
Look, here it is.
Speaking
of. But yeah, she's just constantly getting into trouble. Everyone that tries to help her, she tends to push away. She's really smart, though. She's really crafty, and she always tends to get herself into and out of, like, the worst binds. And even though she is kind of dastardly at times, she has a humanity to her, and you kind of just root for her, even though she's kind of a mess.
And isn't she
She's
also
a big hot mess.
An archaeologist?
Oh, and this is the lady she was hooking up with. Isn't she an archaeologist? Yes, I think she is. Hasn't really come up that much, actually, in the comic yet. I've just seen her being smart, though. She's really smart. Like, that's, I guess, a difference between, I think, her and Han. I guess she's also kind of got that indie vibe to her.
Because that's what I was going to say. It's kind of a cross between Han Solo and Indiana Jones.
Right.
In the way that she's kind of portrayed.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. She's definitely got, like, the smarts. It's interesting because she has book smarts and she kind of has street smarts.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
But, like, in some ways, she's also really not street smart. And then in some ways, she's also really not book smart. So, yeah. Oh, also, like, look at this freaking epicness of a cover. All these characters on it.
Yeah, 40 issues of Volume 2.
40 issues of Volume 2. You know you're doing good when you make it that far.
But yeah, I mean, of all of the Star Wars comics that have come out since Marvel took over the line, I'd say of, like, the new books, so, like, not, like, Darth Vader or anything like that, Dr. Aphra was always the standout for me.
Antonio says Dr. Aphra is better than every comic. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about Star Wars, I have to agree. Although I have not read every comic, but the ones that I read that were in Dark Droids, this was definitely the best one for me. Darth Vader is really good, though, too. That was the one that you were saying, you gonna stick with Darth Vader? And I was like, it's really good, but...
I've enjoyed all the Darth Vader comics that have come out.
I also heard the Bounty Hunter War, or whatever they were doing, was really good.
Oh, I was out at that point. I wasn't reading anything on that.
But I heard that was really good. I did read Bounty Hunters when I was reading Dark Droids, and it was good. But it's done now.
And that's unfortunately... Oh, sorry.
Oh.
The mic. That is unfortunately over.
Yeah. Michael says push away or betray. Both. She does both of those things. She pushes people away, and she also betrays them. Yeah. Although she actually, I would say, gets betrayed more than she does betraying, from what I've seen.
Well, I was going to say, it's because most of the time, the structure of a Dr. Aphra comic is she'll betray 5 people, and then those 5 people will show up, and the last 5 people before that who she betrayed will also show up, so now it's her versus 10 people. And that's generally
her flow.
Her conflicts go.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and then the next one I got is Hulk. The Incredible Hulk. By... Can't show a lot of this.
Spoilers?
Yeah, by PKJ, Philip Kennedy Johnson, and Nick Klein. And this is a... I mean, we touched on this before, but it's a horror comic starring the Hulk. And as you can see there is a World War II Ghost Rider making an appearance in this one. Yeah, it's still just Hulk going around America. Hulk, or I guess I should say Bruce Banner going across America. And Hulk is actively trying to kill Bruce. All the while, basically every monster in the world has awoken.
I really love this art. This art is so good.
Nick Klein has been absolutely killing it on art.
Did you say I can't go past here? Is that what you said?
Oh, no, you can go one more. But, yeah, every, like, creature from, like, folklore or myth and legend have all woken up and are all also now trying to actively kill the Hulk. Why? Well, we're figuring that out still.
Why? That's the question. For the answer, check out The Incredible Hulk. That's cool. We should also talk about Ultimate Black Panther. Do you want to talk about that now? Should we save that for the end?
I mean, we can talk about Ultimate Black Panther if you want.
Let's talk about it. So, although I didn't get a copy of it, nor did Duck, because it wasn't available, and we didn't have it on our pull list. I have to update the pull list, and this is very important because I'm not going to miss out on Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men. That will break my little heart if I miss out on that. Although, you know, if I have to get a second print for something, it doesn't kill me. It's just, when I'm that hype, I like to have the first print if I can. Anyways.
I just like to have it to read it. Like,
I'd like to read it. We read it. We kind of skimmed through, though, Ultimate Black Panther digitally before this stream to kind of see why it was all gone and everyone was talking about it and being like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever. And it is pretty good, I gotta say. It's pretty good.
Art looks good. The concept looks good.
Concept is cool.
I mean, the whole reason I like the Ultimate Universe to begin with is just like it's a familiarity of all the characters you already know from mainline, but they're given new spins to make them, you know, their ultimate versions. Yes.
Yeah, I would say that it is definitely playing in a cool way with the story that we already know, while changing up a few things that I think can really change the narrative and the world even in a cool way. So, should we talk about, like, the premise of it? Like, I could talk about the whole issue, but I don't want to spoil anything for you guys if you guys don't want us to get into spoilers.
I mean,
I think there's some things we should talk about, though.
I can give the brief rundown.
Yeah, give us the brief rundown.
The new Ultimate Universe. So essentially, if you guys know the maker, Evil Reed Richards, who came from the original Ultimate Universe, he managed to open like a time hole or worm gate.
Time hole.
To go.
It's me, the maker. I'm gonna open this time hole.
He managed to escape 616.
I hope it's called a time hole in the
main universe, and head on over and create a new Ultimate Universe in his own image that he wanted.
Did we hydrate, by the way, for Rapala?
I did, yes.
Okay,
And so he went about and he basically created his own Illuminati on this world and got rid of everyone who he thought was a threat. Not necessarily killed them, but like neutralized them in a way. So when Peter Parker was a kid, for example, he prevented the spider from biting him, and so he never became Spider-Man. Couple things happened. Howard Stark and Reed / the Maker are now, they fought.
Hey, Open Mike Eagle. Hello. Thank you so much for the follow.
He got taken off the board. Man? And now all the Illuminati are taking over the world how they want to and split it up. So, that being said, with that all set up, T'Challa and his dad are basically, and Wakanda are going to war with Khonshu and Ra. So it's like Moon Knight and the armies of Moon Knight versus Wakanda in this new universe.
Yeah, basically. Open Mike Eagle says, I heart comic talk. Me too! It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, we are just talking about our what we pulled this week at our comic shop, and we're actually right now talking about the new Ultimate Universe in Marvel, which Duck just gave us kind of the rundown of how we got here, how it's a different Ultimate Universe. So for those that were thinking that the old Ultimate Universe is coming back, it's gone. It's been wiped.
Yeah.
So this is all new.
This is all new.
This is all new. And the whole thing, even with Black Panther, and like Wakanda versus the what are they called? The Fist of Khonshu? The Fists?
No.
What are they called again?
There's the Fists of Khonshu, but I was mistaken. It's one who's an avatar of Khonshu and another one who's an avatar of Ra.
Oh.
So Sun and Moon are working together.
Oh, okay. But the avatar of Khonshu is still Moon Knight, right?
I mean, he dresses like Mr. Knight, so I just assumed, but for simplicity's sake, I was pretty much like...
Well, Black Panther said, we're gonna fight Moon Knight.
Okay, well then I guess that's him.
Moon Knight is mentioned in the comic. It's kind of I don't think that's too much of a spoiler. The Moon Knight is mentioned. So yeah, that's basically what's happening in the story, and it's kind of like T'Challa's version of how to deal with that.
Mark Lasuk?
Yeah,
Mark Lasuk
has subscribed over on YouTube. Thank you so much for subscribing. But the other side of it is that, so there's Black Panther, who's like, this is my idea, and then also Killmonger's in it, and Killmonger kind of has his own idea, and then Shuri's like, I think we should go to war. And also there's some other familiar characters in it. I don't know if I should say it.
Yeah,
it was all over Twitter.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
I don't know if I should say it.
Talking about leaks and spoilers.
Yeah,
and
I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I think you should experience
some pretty cool surprises.
I will say this: when you get to that moment, if you read this, you're gonna get to a moment where you're gonna be like, "What? No way!" But I would like you to remember that I don't think that character is gonna be exactly who we think it is. That is my prediction. And that is what I'll say without spoiling anything, because I'd like you to experience it. But it is really cool. And also the art's really nice, too. It's really sharp.
And we just finished that entire Black Panther talk while the ad finished.
Oh, well, you can check it out in the VOD. But yeah, it is very exciting, I will say. Antonio's saying Shuri is cool. Shuri is cool. Shuri also gets to be a grown-up in this comic, which, if you don't know this about the Marvel Comics main continuity, Shuri was like a grown woman, and then because of the MCU and her being younger, they were like, now she's a teenager again after Secret Wars, and then now she gets to be a grown-up again in the Ultimate Comics, and that's nice.
One quick thing.
Yeah.
Antonio, is that a Marvel vs. Capcom reference? The "if only it were Richards that lie before me instead of you." That's if you win as Dr. Doom and he sits down in his throne and he does his little thing.
That sounds like a thing he would say. Also, that sounds like Doctor Doom to do his little thing. All right, and also, I just read this one before we came on. I'm really excited about it. But I'm also sad, because it's the last issue.
Before you get into that, bye, Rupala. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye,
Have
Rupala.
a good night.
Have a good night.
Have a good day tomorrow with all your meetings.
Yeah, good luck with the meetings. I hope they go well. Oh, I hate having a million meetings. So much. Antonio said, yeah, it is. You nailed it.
Yep.
So, The Cull is a series from Image Comics, and I was just finishing it up because we had a whole year of indie comics only, and this was one of the series I was reading.
It's a weird series.
It is a really weird series, but I do quite like it.
It was I rather enjoyed the art. I thought the story was a little crazy at points.
Oh, it's super crazy. At points, it's crazy throughout the whole thing. But I still really like it. It's basically about these teenagers this group of teenagers, one of them, her brother has gone missing. And so they're going on they're pretending that they're going to be filming a short film together, when really what they're doing is going to explore a cave down at the beach where they think he might have disappeared. And in exploring this cave, they also sort of go into another reality, and they get powers, and it's just really crazy. And yeah, I mean, I think you should experience it for yourself, but that's basically the gist. So it's kind of like supernatural, like teen drama, but with really pretty art. I don't even know. I could probably show you a couple pages of this out of context. I think it'll be fine. They also, at one point in this issue, like, kind of become a kaiju together. It's really cool. But it is a weird comic. Kelly Thompson also started doing this after she finished Black Cloak, Volume 1 of Black Cloak, which I really loved.
Which is a...
So this was my, like, Kelly Thompson indie filler.
Supernatural magic, like, detective...
Yeah, it's kind of like a fantasy world detective comic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With these, the Black Cloaks are basically, like, detectives in that world. Like, kind of like police detectives, but in a fantasy world, and it kind of explores like what happens after the war is over. I also just love the all the colors in this. But yeah, in Black Cloak, it's exploring like what would the world be like if there was a great fantasy war, and then after that the war is done, what is the world like? And magic is also becoming scarce. So it's yeah, I really liked The Cull. I thought it was cool. It is very weird though. I don't think it's for everybody. I will say that. Yeah. You're saying that like it's not for me.
I mean, I just read it. I was enjoying it. I like the art. It's just at some points I was like, what am I reading? It's
definitely a lot of things happen in this that you're not going to expect. So if you like unexpected stories, this is definitely that. I was not expecting a lot of the stuff that happens in this comic. That's part of why I liked it. But it's also got a lot of drama. And if you like drama, then I think you'll also like it. If that makes sense. Whoa.
And then the big Dynamite release of the week.
Oh, the big Dynamite.
I actually didn't even know that this was a thing that was happening until we were going
I did not know.
The Solicits book.
Yo, so there was like a lot of Dynamite releases.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. Dynamite's been cooking.
So they've been doing a lot of, what would you call that, 80s, 90s nostalgia comics?
80s, 90s nostalgia comics. Yeah, I would say that's what we could call it.
New G.I. Joe comics. New Transformers comics.
Yeah. Also, Danny says, "I'm glad you got this." You mean the Cull?
The Cull.
Yeah, the Cull. The Cull is really, really good. Time Roller, hello, what's up?
Hey.
Time Roller says whoops in chat, which of course is the classic Time Roller way of saying what's up. And Open Mike Eagle says that art looks fantastic. First time hearing of that book. Yeah, it's really, really good. I would recommend it. I would recommend it, Mike.
Definitely give it a shot with issue 1. I think by the end of that, you'll know whether you're in for the ride.
I think well, I would say issue 2 is where it gets real spice.
Yeah, but so
issue 1 and 2. If you read issue 1 and 2 and you're like, I don't know about this, then just stop. But If you read issue 1 and 2 and you're like, I'm intrigued, then you keep going. Aw, Danny, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Open Mike Eagle. That's so nice of you.
Welcome to the Fang Gang.
Welcome to the Fang Gang. Get on in here.
So, as I was saying, if you're big onto 80s, 90s nostalgia, and you're like, I love Transformers, I love G.I. Joe, I love He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Well, what if I told you that they made a Thundercats comic?
It's foil, so it's gonna look a little weird with my light setup, but whoa, look how we could use it as a bounce sheet, you know? It's so...
The Thundercats are back in comic form.
Oh boy, that is hard to see in this lighting, but...
Yeah, that's... There we go. I mean, it's still rough to look at, but...
It's hard to see. But that's alright. We'll open it up, and you can take a look at the inside. When we get these foil covers. I need to figure out, like, a lighting setup for this. Like, honestly, I don't know if this... No, it's not good with that light. We'll figure something out. I should look up, how do people light books? I was also saying, I think we need, like, a little stand here to rest comics on so that they're angled properly based on the lights. That would be nice.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Look at these Thundercats.
I read through the whole thing earlier.
What was your take?
I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I have zero nostalgia for the Thundercats because this was, like, just way outside of my wheelhouse.
Right.
I was always more of a Transformers kid growing up.
Yeah.
I was aware of Thundercats, never watched it, never had any of the toys. That said, I thought it was a good start, but nothing crazy. Like, nothing to really, like, pull me in to say, like, oh, I really need to read this next issue.
Right. So you're happy you got issue 1, but you don't know if you'll get more.
I'll check out issue 2 to see where it goes, but I feel like as far as issue 1s go, like, when I read, to give you an example, when I read Transformers issue 1,
blew your socks off. But you were also really hyped for Transformers.
The team, the whole Energon universe thing, I was very hyped about all that, but
like, that's kind of your bread and butter.
But the whole thing was structured in a way that it was like, you need to come back for the next issue.
Right. Like, it sucked you in. I got you. Yeah, yeah, I was never really big on Thundercats, but like, I think it's really cool that they're doing a Thundercats series.
Like, who's the villain of the Thundercats? Do you know? Who's the villain? Oh, here we go.
A dog.
Who's the villain of the G.I. Joe?
Who's the villain of G.I. Joe? Cobra.
Who's the villain of Transformers?
Optimus Prime. No, Optimus Prime is the hero.
Okay.
The other guy.
I see what side of the war you fall on. Oh
Depends on your perspective. No, the other guy, Megatron. What's his name? Megatron.
Now, who's the enemy of the Thundercats?
Yeah, is he a dog?
No, it's Mum-Ra.
Who's Mum-Ra?
Exactly. Again, I don't mean to shit on people who like Thundercats or your nostalgia or anything like that. I'm just saying it is a much lesser known, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, even like He-Man Skeletor is way more iconic. I hear you. Not as memorable.
Yeah, see, Mum-Ra, the ever-living.
Mum-Ra, the ever-living. Mm-hmm. See, Mike knows. See, Mike's a Thundercats fan.
Oh, Matt was in there too, Mum-Ra.
Oh, there you go. See, everyone knows. We're the only people.
No, I'm just saying.
I thought it was a dog.
Dog-Ra.
But I also thought Optimus Prime was the villain. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't know, man. If I had to choose between Optimus Prime or Megatron...
Who are you gonna pick?
I don't know. I might pick, actually, Megatron. Is that messed up?
I just liked in the original cartoon that he would transform into a tiny gun that Starscream would then shoot.
Yeah.
Danny Bell said, did you see Jill and the Killers?
I did. I did see Jill and the Killers. And even though we didn't reach our sub goal last time we streamed, I was like, you know what? I said last time, I was like, I'm going to add it to my list and maybe we'll pick it up. And I saw it. It stood out with this amazing title on it. And I was like, you know what? I looked it up. I thought it looked cool, so I got it anyways. However, I didn't read it before stream, but I would have done if we had reached sub goal. However, today, that also reminds me, today I have this awesome WandaVision pack of cards. So if you guys want me to open it at the end of stream if we reach sub goal, I totally will. I've been eyeing the WandaVision Upper Deck cards for like a year. They've been in the shop and I've been looking at them.
Michael says, shut your mouth, Duck. Next, you'll come for the Silverhawks.
Oh.
I'm going to be real with you. I don't know who that is. I can't come for them if I don't know them.
That's there you go. I think that's him saying I'm already coming for them. He's like, I don't even know who they are. Not even on my radar.
What about my boy Starscream? Starscream is a coward.
Why? Because he fires the tiny gun?
No, he's despicable. Well,
deceptive,
that's kind of. But I love him for all of those reasons.
Excellent. I was going to say, it's kind of his job, isn't it? They were an even more obscure IP.
Yeah, I figured.
So there you go.
I think I only watched Thundercats because I had the hots for Chitara.
I just, like I said, I opened this up and I was like, who are these people? And I was like, I'm Chitara, I'm fast. I was like, okay, I'm getting
all right, I believe you. So, Jill and the Killers is a series that Danny suggested last time, and someone's running the dryer. I can hear it.
Yeah, there goes the squeaks.
Hopefully you can't hear it. I don't think it's coming.
Just keep talking.
Yeah, just talk over it. Oh, man.
Who wins in a fight, He-Man or Link from Legend of Zelda? I mean, quickly to answer that, it has to be He-Man because he's a magical girl. So.
Yeah. Wait, between who? Between
He-Man and Link.
He-Man and Link? Yeah, I mean, I think He-Man's got it because he has the power. What does Link got?
The power of the universe.
What does Link have?
A Sheikah Slate.
Sword. A Sheikah Slate?
Yeah. Haven't you played Breath of the Wild?
But he can keep coming back. Can he? From the dead if he has enough fairies. You just got to get a bunch of fairies, then you could take him. So it depends. How I guess we have to ask ourselves, how equipped would Link be? I think that's the question. Because him with equipment, he's pretty powerful.
All right.
So this is Jill and the Killers. It's basically the premise is it's kind of like a teen drama, like kind of murder mystery kind of vibe is what I picked up from when I was reading about it. I haven't looked through it yet, but the idea is that these people are into, I think, crime podcasts or crime shows, and then someone dies, and then they find out that, like, the killer seems to be, like, targeting all of them and their friends. Which, to me, I actually watched the Scream TV series. Did you watch the Scream TV series?
I did not watch
it was actually
Netflix
really,
series.
really good. I really liked it. And to me, it kind of gave me those vibes. I don't know if anyone liked the Scream TV series or if I'm alone. It got a little crazy as it went on. Like, it got too much for me.
Yeah.
It just became just too much. It's hard to sustain something like that. That's the thing. But it was fun for the first little bit, at least. And even then, I was still invested. I was just like, this is wild. I also just like things that are, you know, a slice of life with something that's, like, either a little bit supernatural or something that's, like, a thriller sprinkled in. I like a good teen drama just in general as well. And I feel like this is going to scratch that itch for me. Something about... so this is the other thing that I was realizing. A lot of female writers are, like, YA writers and, like, kids book writers. And a lot of... I don't know if this is... I don't want to put this on my entire gender or anything like that. But I feel like there's also a lot of ladies that just love YA stuff. And I'm also one of those ladies. So, kind of giving me that vibe. And I haven't gotten anything new from Oni for a while. So, that was nice. It was nice to support Oni.
All right, to the next one.
On to the next one. We got Duke 2. The Dukening.
And also let us know in chat if, if you guys have a comic that you're really enjoying right now, or if you have...
Or if you hear the squeaks.
Oh my god, you're overthinking it.
They probably can't hear it. I can only hear it.
But, yeah, if you have a current comic that you're reading right now that you think is really good, or there's a comic that you want to read, you just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yes. There are many for me, so don't worry if that's also you. You don't have to feel shame alone.
They're in a box under your bed.
Well, there's the stack beside my bed, and then there's the stack of trades. And then there's a box that I have out here. And then there's the other box that's not under my bed, but that is on my, like, shelf. The stuff under my bed is all red, actually. All the comics I keep under my bed. Those are all things that I've already read. I think I'm going to need a new bin, though, because I also don't have room for... And then I also... Well, then I also have 2 stacks of things that I've read that I haven't put away yet because I want to talk about them.
And you just bought
And then
all
I have a
these comics?
stack over here that I also want to talk about. And I just bought all these comics. Yeah. Maybe a bad choice.
I know y'all don't read One Piece, but the latest chapters are absolutely bananas. So I do read One Piece. I'm actually currently rereading it to get back into things. Because I know they're getting into the
That's got to be a long reread.
Yeah, well, I stopped reading when the time skip initially happened.
Oh, you did mention that to me.
Not because I didn't enjoy it anymore, but just because I was just life busy, and I just couldn't keep up with manga as much as I'd like. Also, accessibility. This was before really good scan sites came out, or I have Shonen Jump, the app, that's like really inexpensive, and I'll gladly pay them for that. And I just get my chapters whenever they come out. But yeah, I mean, I made it back to Impel Down. I'm just about to get to the war in the reread, so almost back to where I left off, and then I'll be hopefully caught back up by the end of the year, because that's like another 600 chapters to go to get caught up. So something like that.
So much. Everyone also keeps telling me, like, Amanda, you should read One Piece. And I'm like, isn't there like a bajillion? Like, when will I have time to get... Do you know how behind I am on Dark Droids? Let me tell you.
Oh,
I'm actually not that behind. I think I have 6 issues left or something.
I haven't been reading. I am aware of everything that's happening in the story. And a friend of mine actually sent me the Big Mom versus Law and Kid fight, and that was one of the coolest things I've seen in a very long time. So, yeah, I'm aware of a lot of the crazy stuff that's going on. I'm just, I haven't actually read it. So...
Fair.
Excited to get back to that.
Yeah, I also have to read a bunch of Sailor Moon. I'm also reading one book. I'm reading one book right now. And I'm also listening to an audiobook.
Antonio says Alpha Flight.
So, Alpha Flight. Yeah, Alpha Flight. I'm not in Alpha
Good old
Flight.
Canadian comic.
But I do want to read Alpha Flight because I know they have the new... Is the new series still going on?
For the Fall of X?
Yeah.
All the other Fall of X comics are done. So, I don't have... Yeah.
I'm going to look it up right now before we talk about Duke. 2023.
Yeah, there it is. 2023 to 2024. It's done.
2024, it's done. 5 issues?
But that was all of the Fall of X stuff is what I was saying.
Yeah, but was it supposed to be 5 issues?
All the other ones were 5 issues.
It says limited series.
Yeah.
But you know what else it said limited series? X-Corp. And then we found out, oh, it wasn't supposed to be a limited series. Oh, really? That's why it seemed like they were building more things and then randomly just ended and had to wrap everything up really quick. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm over it. It's fine. Totally cool with that.
You two should cosplay as Vindicator and Guardian.
Oh, that would be fun.
I don't know if I can squeeze into a leotard that tight.
Yes, you can. I believe in you.
That is a...
You'd be so Canadian looking as Guardian. That would be a fun one. I never thought about that. That's a good suggestion. What was the other ones that we have to do? We were talking about doing a cosplay of... So... I got a duck for his birthday. Got him a Psyduck
onesie
from Kigurumi,
Mm-hmm.
and we just watched Pokemon Concierge, and I was saying he should be Psyduck and I should be Haru.
Oh, see? Okay, how about Puck? I'll be Puck.
Oh, you'll be Puck?
Like this.
You're gonna have to shrink.
No, I just
How
gotta-
tall is
no,
Puck?
I just have to drink. That's it.
Shrink or drink.
Yeah.
I still think we should do Wolverine and Cyclops, and you be Wolverine and I'll be Cyclops.
Yeah.
And then we can fight.
We can do that.
I like
Again-
cosplays where we can fight each other.
Again, I'll just drink.
Oh man. Well, you drink and then we'll fight. Antonio X Corp is cool, and I'm really sad that it's done, but it's fine. I've moved on with my life. Totally wasn't a cool series or anything. Okay, this is Duke number 2, and I also got a variant cover for this one because I really like the variant cover. It feels very like anime to me. It's like a very just anime looking cover. Sorry, Tom Riley. I haven't gotten your cover either time, but you're on the inside, so we're gonna check out your art right now, which does look pretty cool. I do like it. It fits the issue really well. There was no David Aja cover, so I couldn't get David Aja this time.
You still need to read Duke number 1.
Oh
What are
my
you doing?
gosh. I know, but I can take a look at the first few pages. Oh my. This lady.
Oh, look at that. Bottom left.
Oh,
You were too distracted by the women on the right side.
that's me for you.
You
I'm always
couldn't
distracted by the women.
See the bro embrace.
The bro embrace. Yeah, I haven't read Duke 1 yet, but the bro embrace. Come on, bro.
Oh, come on. You gotta go harder than that.
Oh,
There it is.
that was good. That should be the thumb. Someone clip that.
The bro embrace.
The bro embrace.
But yeah, so you need to catch up.
I need to catch up, but I am excited about Duke. And Cobra Commander's coming out soon, so I should really catch up.
What do you mean coming out soon? You own it.
Yeah, but the second issue
Oh.
is coming out soon.
Then I'm also
I should really catch up.
still reading G.I. Joe, Real American Hero.
Oh, did you find out about whose dad that was that died? Did you know?
Yeah, this whole issue is about his
Oh,
backstory.
what?
Yeah, so I was making the joke because Image just got the Larry Hama G.I. Joe
You have
series
to tell this
back
story. It's too good.
at issue 301, and I had not read a single G.I. Joe comic before this, so I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna jump in at 301, and let's just see how it goes. And I'm trying my best to figure it out.
Comics are a serial medium, though, so you should be able to jump in at any issue.
And for the most part,
I'm a big fan of that, and it worked, honestly.
for the most part, they caught me up in the story. I got everything figured out. I know whose side everyone's on. I know, what the stakes are, what the big conflict was that just happened. Sorry, I'm just trying to find. Oh yeah, so by the end of the issue, someone gets either, I believe, is stabbed, and they unfortunately pass. They're gone, but he just kind of looked like a guy.
But everyone's
guy in
really
glasses.
upset.
And then at the end, everyone, when they all find out that he died, everyone was like, "Oh my God, Sean, it was your dad." And everyone starts crying, and I was like,
It's like, not Sean's
and I was
dad.
like, Sean's dad?
You're like, do we know Sean's dad?
At first I was like,
Are we all really attached to him?
I was like, maybe it was a major character, I just didn't know. All this stuff, I was like, Sean, it's your dad.
That's it.
Didn't make it. And so I've spent till now, until I got this comic and I read it earlier, because I needed
like,
to know.
I don't know who that
I was.
was.
Like, who the hell was Sean's dad, and why does he matter so much? And thankfully,
So who was Sean's dad? Why does he matter so much?
with comics like you're saying, being a serial medium, they caught me right back up in this issue. I found out who Sean's dad was.
Who was he?
He was a guy who was in Vietnam.
Okay.
He got captured. Everyone thought he was dead, but he was just in a POW camp. And then when he got let out, he came back to America.
Hey!
And no one would hire him or even look at him because they were like, "Oh, you're dangerous. You were in Vietnam."
The stigma.
They just treated him bad.
Wow.
And so he turned to Cobra.
What?
And he became a Cobra agent.
Because he was, like, let down by his own
By
country.
the system, yep.
Yeah.
That he fought
fair.
for.
Fair.
But then when he encountered the Joes
on a mission. They were like, jumping into like a Cobra base or
They're
something.
like, man, you should join us.
And he was like, I forgot that I actually do love my country. And it was like the most patriotic shit. And he's like, I'll help you out however I can. I'm sorry
so
I
then he
did
betrayed Cobra to help the Joes and defected back to the other side.
And then something happened where his son sent Cobra Commander a letter, and then he got dragged back into things. I think his son was maybe trying to join Cobra.
Okay.
Sean. Sean's dad
Okay.
came back in the mix to save his son.
Oh, okay.
And
So he saved his son, and then his son joins the Joes?
I believe that's where
And
we're
then
at right
he
now.
died after all of that.
Yeah.
Wow. He had a journey, Sean's dad.
Sean's dad lived.
Sean's dad. Does he have a name? Is he just Sean's dad?
Mr. Collins.
Mr. Collins. We knew him fondly. Wow. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I know now, too, because that was bothering me. I was like, I want to know the story of this guy's dad.
Sean's dad?
Well, I was like, it must matter because, I mean, it's Larry Hama, so it's got to be good. And if everyone's crying, it's probably like a really big moment. You reading this series is making me want to go back and read all of this series.
His name was Wade.
Wade Collins.
I knew they mentioned
AKA
it. Sean's dad.
Sean's dad.
I need a shirt that just says Sean's dad.
We should do that. We should make shirts that say "Rest in peace, Sean's dad," and put it in the merch shop. Would you guys buy that if I decide? Can we have Sean's dad on it? We'd have to draw it ourselves, probably.
We gotta ask Larry Hama if we can use.
Larry Hama, if we have a story, can we? Or we gotta ask the artist and be like, can we just have a picture of Sean's dad to put on this shirt?
Oh, he always wears like sunglasses. So we just have
We could just have a sunglasses emoji.
Yeah. Here.
Like sunglasses.
It says "Rest in peace, Sean's dad."
Salute.
Anyways,
now you know, and if you want that in the
And
merch
knowing is
shop,
half the battle.
you brought it back.
Mhm.
I like it. If you want that, let us know. I can add it to the
don't
merch
open
shop.
that because it's going to be an immediate spoiler.
Is it?
Yes,
How do you
it is,
know?
because I read it.
So I can't even look at it?
Not
even a little?
You want me to like?
Find me if there's a page you think I can look at. So I'm not caught up on my Wolverine.
This is also a rated R book, and it's. Like,
I'm not surprised, actually.
Hardcore gore.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It is Benjamin Percy. Although I'm a little surprised because it is Marvel, but he's done some pretty crazy stuff already. But as I was saying, I was reading Wolverine before I took my break, and then I haven't been keeping up as much with it. It's like one of the books I've slid back on a little bit. And I was also reading, I also read the Sabretooth series, which I really loved, which was by Victor Laval. It's really good. If you haven't read it, there's a trade. You should read it.
Don't stray from this page.
Okay, this is the only safe page. And it's the title page. So I guess we'll just look at this. But yeah, this is Sabretooth War that's happening. This is part 2. Part 3 is coming after this. And I already have part 1. And so I just figured I'm going to catch up on Marvel Unlimited, but I'm also going to just jump back in for Sabretooth War at least. And then if I like it after that, then I'll keep going. I really want Dracula to come back. I've been waiting for Dracula and Wolverine to fight since issue 1 of this series.
He ain't coming back. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm frustrated. But did he come back while I was away?
No.
Oh my gosh.
But I have
What a tease.
I have good news for you later.
Okay.
But no.
About Dracula.
With Wolverine, nothing.
No.
Nada.
So this is issue 42 of Wolverine. Can't believe this has already been 42 issues. That's crazy. Well, I guess we had a lot too when we had the event with... Actually, no, we didn't because that was its own book on top of that Percy did. And then Percy also did the podcasts.
10 Lives and Next Death.
Yeah. Percy's been really busy writing a lot of Wolverine, and he's doing a good job from a lot of the stuff I've seen. I don't know about the X-Force stuff, but I also wasn't really reading it. And I know that the only complaint that I've seen with Wolverine, and I feel this, and I think you feel this, is that, and you and I were talking about this, how Wolverine and X-Men, or Wolverine and X-Force, sometimes feel like they're just kind of the same book. And you're like... And they'll just, like, interchange things. So it'll be like in Wolverine, it's like, we're gonna go on this X-Force mission. And you're like... Okay, shouldn't that be happening in X-Force? And then in X-Force, like, now it's just Wolverine.
It's just...
For a whole issue.
Yeah, we're just hanging out with Wolverine.
Wolverine has an adventure in this issue.
So, I'm just gonna do a quick, just little... Conan the Barbarian. It's really good. Read it. I'm not caught up yet. I'm one issue behind, but I'm actually going to be reading that later. So hopefully get to this. But it's really good. Old school sword and sorcery style.
Just the light. You're good.
Sword and sorcery style comic. Recommend if you like that kind of thing. Really fun, really old school, just kind of like a throwback to the pulpy adventure comics of back in the day.
Yeah.
That's kind of all I have to say about that.
Have we talked about it before?
Yep.
We have.
Yeah.
Still good.
Last time. I just haven't gotten around to that issue. I have it
Yeah.
with me, so I want to read it.
Look, we're all behind on a lot of issues. I was literally looking at this stack when we got back. I was like, what can I even read right now that I'm caught up on? Not so much, but we finished the Cull. And then the other thing I did read is this next one. I read Lilo and Stitch. Disney Lilo and Stitch by Dynamite, but also by Greg Pak. I saw Lilo and Stitch and I was intrigued. And then I saw Greg Pak and I was like, okay, well, I have to get that. That sounds great. Once again, I got another variant cover. However, for this comic, because it's Dynamite, there's so many covers. Look at all these covers.
Oh my god, the
Look at
king
them
of
all.
covers.
I know. They do a lot of covers. I gotta say, I love it. But also, good lord, they want to sell you 1 million covers. Some of those covers, I'm not gonna lie, if they were there, I probably would have bought another one to frame or something. I really love Lilo and Stitch, so. Anyways, I read all of this issue, and I gotta say, I really freaking loved it. It was really funny. I laughed out loud while I was reading it. Duck was there, he can attest. And I was like, wait, read this. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is too good. So I know a comic is fun when I'm doing that. So yeah, I might get the second issue of this one. Even though I haven't really been keeping up with any of the other Disney comics. Also, they're going to be doing, look at this. This is a whole part where Stitch, he does drawings at the beginning. And then at this point, we get his drawings and Lilo narrates it for him to tell the story of, like, Stitch's adventures, basically. Well, of where Stitch is at now. Like, this is basically Stitch's kind of origin story. Very, very summarized. And where he's at now. How he feels about stuff.
Adorable.
It's so cute. It's honestly, it's so freaking cute. So the whole idea in this comic is that there are these aliens from space. These are individual adventures, by the way. I don't think this is a retelling of anything. Not the TV show or where they had to go and capture all the other experiments.
That was the show.
Or the other movies. This is its own thing. And so in this one, someone's coming to capture Stitch. And they have to, like, basically fight them off. At least in this first arc. That's what's happening. And they're in New York now at the end of this issue. So we're going to go on some New York adventures with Lilo and Stitch, which I'm so psyched for. And they're at a convention. So I feel like it'll just be really cute and
Just
really
seems like
fun.
Fun, cute adventures.
Fun,
of Lilo
cute,
and Stitch.
wholesome adventures. And I will say Greg Pak has nailed every single voice, every character. And this is... like, I can hear their voices in my head.
And also, when we picked up the previews, we found out that they're doing a Hercules series.
Oh, yeah,
as well.
this is also in the back here. Actually, here. I'll just show this really quick. Because at the back here, we have previews for all these Dynamite series. I guess there are Dynamite... Dynamite had a few of the licenses because Disney had given them to other publishers. You were saying? This is the thing we found out before. When we were looking
these
it
are
up.
kind of like holdovers.
Yeah, so these are ones that, like... Marvel doesn't have yet because there were already deals with other publishers. So until those expire, they can just write, and I guess they're just like, we should write some stuff with these. So we're going to have Villains. Cruella de Vil is going to have a little series, or well, already has. This is issue 2. Hercules, which I'm really excited for. Another Disney property that I really love. And yeah, Lilo and Stitch. So, bizarre. I was so confused when I saw also Justice Ducks. I never thought that I would see... Oh, thank you so much for following the channel, Gulshius.
Gulshius.
That's how I'm going to say that. You can let me know if that's correct. I never would have thought I would have seen Dynamite and Disney, but here we are.
Yep. Unstoppable. They're in bed together.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is the thing that I was
Cheating
telling you
on
about.
Marvel.
that the Dracula thing.
Oh, the Dracula thing. Oh, all right. The Dracula thing.
Jed McKay and Pepe Larraz are doing
I'm interested.
Blood Hunt.
Also, Dante, thank you so much for streaking on through. 10 stream streak.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks for streaking. Everybody's in the double digits right now with their streaks.
Everyone coming back.
I know. Everyone coming back for more. I love to see it. This is Blood Hunt. Who will bite it? And will it be me? Also, friends, we're going to do a little bit of previews.
Hey, Dante.
But if anyone does want me to open these cards before we go, let me know. I have this little pack of trading cards that's WandaVision themed. And if we reach the sub goal or the members goal over on YouTube, I'll open them up before I go. Alright. Alright. So, is Blood Hunt in here? Am I going to go see
you're
more?
Going to the next... There you go.
Oh, okay. So this is a preview?
There's the preview.
Okay, so we got Wanda's doing her magic thing. There's purple stuff. Here comes...
That's a man who exploded. Or
What?
a lady.
What are you talking about?
You can see the legs.
Well, oh yeah, I guess. Something's happening. Some purple stuff.
If you go to the next page, you can see
There's
more,
Iron Man
more of a person who exploded.
flying in. Is it Dracula?
Like, where they be?
Oh, they're coming together now.
And then there's
Tigra.
Tigra and...
Is Tigra still dating Moon Knight?
Well, Moon Knight exploded, so no.
Oh, wait. What do you mean Moon Knight exploded?
He was in a building that
Oh,
was
because
laced
he's dead now.
with dynamite.
Yeah.
And then the
that's right.
dynamite blew up.
No, I knew that. I forgot that he's dead.
Yeah.
But he'll be back soon.
But that's Hunter's Moon that
I'm
she's
sure.
with there. They still run.
Right.
They still
They're
run
still
the mission.
working together. They're running the mission.
Yep.
Um.
Also, for anyone who hasn't read Jed McKay's Moon Knight, read it. It is fantastic.
Blood Hunt.
Probably
1 of 5.
my favorite Moon Knight run of all time, maybe. And I've read a lot of Moon Knight.
So you guys want me to read this to you? Want to tell you about this?
Mm-hmm.
And here we go.
Give it a shot.
Blood Hunt 1 of 5. Jed McKay with Pepe Larraz. Variant cover by Stanley Artgerm Lau. Who else is here? Artgerm. I like an Artgerm cover.
The bloodiest Marvel event ever.
No one else. Lionel Francis, you? The skies have gone dark, the sun hiding its face from the carnage to come. The children of the night, the vampires, have risen from the dark and hidden places of the world as one to drown the Marvel Universe in blood. Didn't we just do this, though? Because what about Vampire Nation?
What about it? We got out of there. We set that up, and then
what
we
about
just
it?
left.
Yeah, but we set all that up.
Percy said, "I'm done with this. We're moving on."
But
so he gave it. Here's the script. He goes, "Jed, I hear you need some new material for the Avengers.
Let me give you the Vampire Nation."
This is Vampire Nation." And he's like, I don't like that name. I'm gonna call it Blood Hunt." He goes, "Whatever, it's yours now." And then he flew away.
Like a vampire.
Like a vampire. Turned into a bat and he flew out the window.
My goodness. Yeah, Tigra. Yeah, if you like Tigra.
She's very prominent.
She's very prominent in Moon Knight.
Yep.
So you should definitely check it out. So okay, so Vampire Nation we forgot about it? Did they do anything about it?
No, the last.
I know Blade went in and did some stuff.
No, the last time that.
But I think the vampires were like, we just kind of want to be independent. So like, could you just like stop?
And then Beast made the blood virus.
Well, that was in Wolverine.
That's what I mean.
But that was more of a specific attack on Dracula, not on like everyone.
That was the end of it.
Well, the end of Vampire Nation?
I'm saying of like any of that Percy stuff.
Well, yeah, then we never talked about it.
We never talked about it again. Never
but
came back.
Doesn't it end with Dracula being like, "I'll get you next time, Wolverine"?
Yeah, and then he doesn't show up.
I'm so disappointed.
And then he showed up in Blade to fight like a Cthulhu monster with him. It's the last time I saw him.
I'm so disappointed right now. Okay, anyways, Blood Hunt. Even though it sounds like a lot like Vampire Nation.
Look, we already did this in X-Men.
Well, we did that when the curse of the X-Men. But the curse of the X-Men was at least resolved. Can we just acknowledge? I feel like Vampire Nation wasn't very cleanly resolved. But at least we're getting Blood Hunt, so I mean, I should just be happy with the vampires I can get.
Nox turns? Blade needs to do better. Too many vampires hanging around.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna be mad when I tell you that he literally just made the deal with Dracula.
Yeah. It's not great.
So it's not
good.
He's doing a worse job than he ever has.
But Nocturne's got some points. I agree with you, Nocturne. Blade, what are you doing, man? Wake up. Wake up.
I will say that's a sweet Blade variant.
It is a cool Blade variant. Yeah,
quick.
we'll show people the Blade variant. Yeah, it is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Maybe Blood Hunt will be like Blade coming in hot, though, you know? Like, look at this cover, too, where everyone's on his back. That's really cool.
On his back?
Yeah, on his jacket.
Oh, I didn't even see his head.
Yeah, isn't that cool? I like both of these covers.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. All right, so anyways, we're drowning the Marvel Universe in blood. Again. Earth's final night has fallen. Again. Can even the heroes of this doomed world stem the tide of blood that is to come? Again.
Not much of a vampire hunter, Wesley Snipes would be very disappointed. Some motherfuckers is always trying to ice skate uphill.
Oh my gosh. Join the Avengers, Blade, Bloodline, Spider-Man, Hunter's Moon, Tigra, Doctor Strange, and Clea. Where's Wolverine? Gosh darn it.
He's fighting Nimrod. He's got...
Oh gosh. I don't know.
And Sabretooth in the Arctic. All this stuff.
So rude. So rude. I'm offended. As the dance of death begins in Blood Hunt issue number 1.
Also, it looks like the...
Yeah, I might check that out.
On the right, it looks like the Earth is clouded by
night,
like night again, or like smoke, which I assume those guys are. But again, I'm like,
I still think it was a cooler idea when they could walk in the daylight.
I
like that idea.
If you're a normal citizen in the Marvel universe,
yes, living every day,
why even carry on at this point? They just had the sun blotted out.
I've already left. I went to that world. Where's that world where everyone's normal and then they come to the main continuity, Earth A or something? Do you know what I'm talking about? And then, and then they come. Yeah, that's why She-Hulk slept with Juggernaut, because it wasn't her; it was her variant from this other Earth where they go on vacations. That's where I would go, because no one has superpowers there, so you just live a normal life. You have some sleep in your eye.
Am I okay?
Not that eye, the other eye.
Nocturne says, "Isn't Doctor Strange just too powerful?" Or has he been You good?
Want to look at your eye to see if you got it? Yeah, you got
it. Has he been nerfed recently? I'm a bit behind on recent comics. So funnily enough, Jed McKay is also currently writing Doctor Strange. And he's actually doing a really good job with that. He's writing it in a way that it's like... He's a doctor and a surgeon. And he's solving problems...
with magic.
Yeah, with magic, but it's like in very magical ways that he has to do it.
Remember when Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange were almost a thing?
Yeah, I mean, that did happen. Remember when Captain America and Scarlet Witch were a thing? But anyway, sorry, it's just to round that out. Yeah, so an example of him solving magical problems in magical ways. Dormammu basically infests this guy who lets him in, and he's like, well, now I have a vessel here on Earth, and now I can start taking over the world. And then Doctor Strange shows up, and he's like, hey, how's it going? I know you're here. I know what you're trying to do. I don't really want to fight you, though. I just want to have a conversation. And so he spends this whole day just having chats with Dormammu, basically trying to convince him.
So is Strange Academy still happening?
I know
that done now.
The initial series is done, and I know they had a bunch of one-shots. There was like a Strange Academy, Moon Knight, Strange Academy, Spider-Man.
I'm just wondering if this is all happening while Strange is also teaching.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. We don't know.
But yeah, that story's. But anyway,
that's really cool.
It's a really interesting take on Doctor Strange. It's not just him going through, blowing people up with magic and fighting and stuff like that. It's very creative in the sense where it's like he has a problem to solve, but because it's magic, it's not a straightforward answer on how to do it. So, I mean, I recommend it. I think it's a good series.
Cool. I haven't checked it out. The last thing I checked out that was Doctor Strange was Death of Doctor Strange.
Writers took that Dormammu have come to bargain thing seriously.
They really did. They were like, we're just going to have a little chat.
He was like, Dormammu, I brought teas. Let's chat. Let's go to the park.
It's a very Wanda way of dealing with things. That's what she's been doing lately. Nocturne was asking, do they make Jugger Hulk? Fortunately, they do not. But they do get busy.
There's
Michael,
a famous,
there's a famous panel. Just Google it. It'll come right up for you.
There's a broken bed and...
Oh, it's a whole thing. Michael is saying that She-Hulk run was good. The one with the Juggernaut and She-Hulk? It actually was a good run. I mean, I feel like almost all... I don't know if I've read a She-Hulk run that hasn't been good. Or seen one. Like, I haven't read all of them.
I was going to say, I know that there's some, because I've read a couple of She-Hulk issues that weren't great.
But, like, the whole run was bad? Or just a couple issues?
I mean, just a couple issues from the run that I read.
That's fair. But I feel like every series will have that. Not every issue can be amazing. Also, Daniel has redeemed a hydrate, a stretch, a posture check.
I have no more water.
I'll go get you some water.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, whoa. Do you want to show people more previews?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Just gonna move over here for a sec. Okay, what do we got here? Avengers Twilight, 5 of 6. Oh, so it is a miniseries.
Huh.
Avengers Twilight.
Wait, was it a miniseries last time?
Yeah, that's what I remember. In the last previews, it said 1
I don't
of
know
6.
if it said that last time.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Anyways, I don't know if people can hear me over here. Hello.
Yeah, you're close enough.
Okay. I don't know if to yell. Just climb over everything to get back in here. And then Ultimate Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like has been really good.
It's one issue in, and I'm loving it more than mainline. Sorry, Chip. Chip.
No, sorry Zeb.
Sorry, Zeb. I was looking at this. Just Chip on
It's
it.
everything we wanted Spider-Man to kind of be, I think, after the Spencer run.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate X-Men. Number 2.
Do you each have
There's Storm.
favorite
Heroes.
or villains?
Favorite heroes or villains? I was just talking about one of my favorite heroes in a nerd video that I did the other day for Top 10 Nerd.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about my love of Allison Blair, Dazzler. I love Dazzler a lot. I have many, but that's one of them. That's one I was recently talking about, so I'll say Dazzler for today.
And we were talking about him earlier, but for villains, I love the Maker. I think just evil science has gone too far. Reed Richards is such a cool idea.
The Maker is really cool.
Yeah, and just his original his first appearance with Hickman, when he actually turned him from just like evil Reed and actually made him the Maker, and he just builds an orb, and he's like, I'm just gonna accelerate society in here, however many years, and we're just gonna spend it in here, just getting smarter and evolving.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
When I come out of here, the Earth's pretty much gonna be dead. So, be ready for that. Bye. I was like, that's such a weird, like, super genius, evil genius plan.
I mean, I think for me, for villains, there's a lot of people that I love. But, I mean, I really love Doctor Doom. I think Doctor Doom is great. I think everyone loves Doctor Doom. And if you don't love Doctor Doom, what are you doing, you know? I really love Madeline Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
But Maddie's been more of a hero lately, so that's kind of cool. Or, well, at least an anti-hero.
And, I mean, for favorite heroes, I've always been more tied to, like, the street-level people. So, anywhere from, like, Moon Knight to Daredevil to The Question. Over
Iron
on
Fist.
DC. The Immortal Iron Fist is actually...
Duck's a big Iron Fist fan.
No, the Immortal Iron Fist is probably one of my favorite comics ever.
That's what I said. You're a big Iron
Matt
Fist
Fraction.
fan.
It is a
Yeah.
great run.
Matt Fraction makes you love everyone. That's just life, I think.
He's just really good.
He's just really good. Yeah. Yeah, who else do I really love? Heroes, I really love Wonder Woman. Villains, I really love Harley Quinn. I love a lot of women. I love a lot of female characters.
Yeah, what's that about?
I don't know. I don't know. I just love a lot of female characters, I guess. I'm trying to think of like something I've been reading lately that's been like very like manly. Wolverine.
Wolverine?
Pretty manly.
Oh, bub.
Oh, bub.
Okay.
I do really love Wolverine. I know it's a typical pick, but he is really great for a reason. I actually really want to do, on my channel, we were talking about this, I want to do something special for the 50th anniversary. I think I'm going to try to recap the first 50 issues of Volume 2 of Wolverine in one video. It's going to be a bit of a passion project, so I'm going to need to, and I might, that's normally when I do videos, I kind of make notes and then I just talk when I'm doing them here on my channel, as opposed to Top 10 Nerd where I script before I write and do like research. But I think for this one, I might actually write like a physical script.
This just
Which I do rarely.
James Gunn has officially finished writing Peacemaker Season 2.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. Really? Where did you see that?
I just refreshed it. Give me 1 sec.
Who verified it? I need
James Gunn.
James Gunn verified it himself.
Yes.
Is it on Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah. Probably. On his Twitter?
Someone just tweeted.
I'm looking it up right now.
Someone just tweeted and they said,
Sorry.
God,
I can't wait.
that he is done. He's done writing, and then James Gunn added him and said, "This is correct."
Replies.
If you had asked me like 2 seconds earlier, before
What?
I refreshed the page,
Who? I don't see anything here. I don't see him saying it.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm sure this is enthralling for everyone to watch.
I'm sorry. I need to confirm this. I know you all will be patient with me because it's very important to me. Speaking of favorite characters, because of James Gunn, Peacemaker has become one of my favorite characters in the DC universe. Definitely in the DCU.
There. Culture Crave said, James Gunn has finished writing Peacemaker Season 2. And then James Gunn tweeted at him and said, accurate.
When did this happen?
Search Culture Crave. Search Culture Crave.
Okay.
Stop reading other things.
What is this?
Infinite Crisis, the New 52, Rebirth, the version that we saw early on of Graduation Day, and the runs of Ted Cord. We took.
I was in his replies. That's why I was like, shouldn't it be there? Is this
James
the one?
Gunn has finished writing Peacemaker. And James Gunn tweeted at him and said, accurate.
Wait. Oh, this is from 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
That's why. Because James Gunn is very active on Twitter, so you don't have to scroll. It's like anytime I see something from Gail Simone,
Oh boy.
and then I want to like engage with it, and then if my feed refreshes, I'm like, I'll never find that again. That woman, she tweeting all the time. She's one of my favorite people to follow as well.
I really like Lex Luthor, though not comic version. Michael Rosenbaum's Lex from Smallville is my fave. That's a good one.
It's a good one. It's a good pick. Man, Smallville, what a good time.
So here's the thing, Danny and Nocturnes, is that
When Constantine first shows up, he very much is a street level.
Constantine, yeah, when he first shows up, he's very like just like a guy
In Vertigo.
on the beat.
He deals with cosmic level threats. That is correct. But in
Very rarely.
at least in Vertigo, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
And,
And I would say less so in Vertigo in that run. Like, he deals with cosmic threats less.
Issue 1, he fights the god of hunger and famine.
Who's possessed that guy?
No, remember, it's a giant fly made of other flies.
In issue number 1?
Issue
Of
1
Hellblazer?
of Hellblazer. And he tricks it to go inside his friend, the junkie.
Who gets that's who guy that's possessed.
So it consumes itself and dies.
I didn't know it was
spoiler for issue 1.
I didn't know it was a god.
It's
I thought it was just like a demon.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the African
Oh.
personification of.
Still not a cosmic threat though. It's a global threat.
Isn't it making London
probably.
like consume itself in the opening pages?
I don't know. Is it? I don't remember that part. I just remember the guy getting possessed.
Yeah, literally like the final 2 pages.
I remember that part.
Yeah, it also depends on who's writing them. That is also very true.
I would say that he tends to have that that sort of overarching of like usually there's like a global thing or like a massive thing at the end. But I thought mostly in between he was dealing with more like street level stuff.
Yeah, but it's also
like it usually builds to a point. But I might be thinking more of like Prime Earth Constantine.
No, the Vertigo stuff is definitely the more grounded of the runs.
That's what I was saying, but then you were like, not really, and I was like, oh,
well,
am I wrong?
Well, because there's times where you're just like,
we'll do that stuff.
Okay, well, I guess we're fighting the devil now.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
But that's not a normal day for him.
No, but I'm saying it comes
happens
up a lot.
every now and then.
But
sometimes you gotta fight the devil.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't just be like, oh yeah, he's street level. Anyway, there's Satan.
Anyway.
On a similar topic, have any of you played any superhero TTRPGs? If so, do you have a favorite?
Masks is really good.
Masks?
Mm-hmm. Masks. I also did play a little bit of the Marvel Multiverse, Marvel Universe RPG. The Marvel role-playing RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was pretty fun. It's really fun for fighting stuff. Masks is really fun because it's really simple, really easy to jump into. It's by Magpie, which is one of my favorite publishers for RPGs, especially if you want something that's like really accessible for everyone at the table, but also has a lot of depth in terms of the storytelling. But it's not as, like, you can still do combat and stuff in it, but it's not as combat focused, I would say. So it kind of depends on, like, I don't know, like, what's the best in terms of, I guess, what you would prefer. For me, I like that type of stuff. I like stuff that's more story-based as an RPG. But yes, I like Masks. Danny says, regardless, I would argue that a guy who has faced gods and demons on numerous occasions cannot be in the same category as Daredevil. I mean, but you have to think about like how demons are kind of like the street level version of magic in a weird way.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, people being possessed. Daniel says, I played TRL's original Marvel game. That was awesome. Which one is that one? Not the new one then that they did. Daniel says, if Iron Fist is street level, though, Constantine can be. Yeah, that's true. Because you have to think, Danny is, like, insanely powerful.
He punched the heart out of the dragon.
Yeah. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty big news. Noxtern, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome on into the Fang Gang, my friend.
Glad you're having a good time.
Noxtern said, I played Mask once, made a Robin ripoff called the Blue Jay, but the other people I played with started naming all his stuff, the BJ, oh my gosh. Luckily, it was only one session. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. Oh, Noxtern, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Now you're really part of the Fang Gang.
No.
I'll update my sub goal.
Number 69.
That's crazy. That's like, yeah, it is number 69. Nice. Yeah, I feel like those probably were not the best people to play with, tragically. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that happened to you. I played a character that was called the Freak. I was playing with my...
Wait, ad break time, no.
Oh, well. Noxtern will still be here because they're subbed. But I was playing a character called the Freak, and the Freak was like basically a speedster type character. We only played maybe one session with my Roll for Damage group I used to play with, but it was really fun. I think we played like 1 or 2 sessions. And then I feel like I also played one more session with a different group. Anyways, Masks is... oh, I did. I think we played Masks. I think I played Masks with the stream team. And we may have even played 2 sessions. Did we play 2 sessions? Did we replay that one?
Michael says miss the dames.
The dames were great, Michael. Maybe one day we'll do a reunion. That would be really cool. Honestly, I was like, we should just, what's it called? Crowdfund something. And then we could afford to just get together. It's hard because we're all split up right now. But if we could crowdfund stuff to, like, fly to the same place and maybe, like, cover some of our time, I think it would be lovely. And I would so be down to do it. So putting it out into the ether. Dames. Let's play again, because it was really fun. If we just did even like a D&D like one shot, I would love that. Get the band back together. Noxtern says you could go and play during an event like Comic-Con. Yeah, if we were all at the event, that's the thing. I don't think everyone in that group would be at Comic-Con. Maybe GaryCon? I've never been to GaryCon though, so I might not be that con. That's the one thing. But yeah, if we all went to a con together, then that would be a perfect time for us to play. Danny says, okay, but for real, name a major figure in the Bible, and Constantine has fought them. Cain, the devil, archangels. Daredevil would not stand a chance against the devil. I mean, but has Daredevil done anything? Hasn't he fought the devil, actually?
At the end of Chip Zdarsky's
he
run,
did fight the devil, didn't he?
Technically not. He fought the Beast, who's like the
a manifestation of
the hand. It's the hand demon that they worship.
Right.
He walked into hell and fought the Beast for Foggy's soul. Mm-hmm. With his fists. He punched the devil. Yeah. A version of the devil. But I would say the Beast is like one of those entities within the Marvel Universe that we could say is like on the scale of the devil. Would you say? Like, I wouldn't say it's quite as powerful as Mephisto. No.
But it's still like one of those entities that could claim to be the devil. You know what I mean? Like, what do we got? We got Damon Hellstrom's dad.
Yep.
Satan.
You got Satan. You got Stan.
You got Mephisto. You got the Beast. You got Azazel.
Yeah.
Azazel's definitely not
Azazel's
the devil, though. He's like the least one to me.
Do you buy all your comics physically, or some sort of e-reader?
Both.
So we go every other Wednesday. We go to our LCS and we pick up physical comics of the things that we want to collect or stay up to date with. And Amanda also has Marvel Unlimited.
Yes.
So for all her
I
e-reader
read
stuff.
through Marvel Unlimited, and we also used to read through Comixology, but then Comixology died, so that shot itself in the foot. So that doesn't really exist as much anymore.
I have, like, no shit, like 20,000 comics on my Comixology, and I don't want to read any of them now because they killed that app.
I would say that Mephisto is still not confirmed as Marvel's devil. Actually.
I haven't read I haven't read Defenders Beyond, but I really need to, because it ties into all the stuff happening right now in X-Men.
In X-Men?
With the Dominion.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I also feel like I'm also just thinking of like
how did they kill it? The Beast? Is that what
the
we were
Beast?
talking about?
Yeah, Daredevil just punched it. I think. I haven't read it, but I know it happened.
I mean,
have you read it all, or
did
you skim it?
No, I read it. I can't, because I remember he had his what do you call them?
Oh, he had his like special whatever.
Like his billy clubs.
Yeah.
But then.
Doesn't he also have something else though that's like enchanted?
No, he just had the billy clubs and nothing was really working. And then he like supercharged them and then it became like swords of light.
Also, Daredevil has beaten Purple Man before, which I think is pretty crazy.
As crazy and weird as this sounds, with Daredevil doing all this stuff and walking into hell and making light swords and stuff, this is the end of a very long run, and this is like the culmination. So it makes sense in the context of the story.
So even though it sounds ridiculous,
But when-
you're like,
when
that
you
is
say
what
it
happens
out of
next.
context, it does sound absolutely insane.
But I mean, I do think that Daredevil, I think any hero can really be on any scale. It just depends on who's writing them and if it makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I don't really like power scaling or saying, like, who would win in a fight, this person or that person.
But I would say that Constantine, just in terms of, like, what he was created as and the vibe of the character is very street level. He's just a guy. He's got some magic up his sleeve. But he's kind of just, like, pulling things together. He's on the streets of London, and that's usually his, like, where he's based, He's not, like, up in Mars. He's not...
Yeah, see...
So to me, that's kind of what I think of.
No, exactly what Nocturne said. Like, Batman's just a dude, but he fights everything. Plot armor is the most powerful. As long as it's a good story...
Oh, yeah, how many times
that's
has
what matters.
Batman saved the world? The universe, even.
I mean, he didn't win, but the guy fought Darkseid and lived. So...
He fought him and lived.
Like...
Well, wait, but didn't he win? Because doesn't he kill Darkseid, and then he gets thrown through time with the bullet, the Radion bullet?
that's...
Oh, you weren't thinking of that one. You were thinking of a different time?
Of Batman Superman.
Oh, okay.
When he walks into Darkseid's throne room on Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And he's a man.
He's just a guy.
And he's like, I need you to stop invading Earth and give us back Kara because he kidnapped Supergirl. And then he, like, basically... through a battle of wits being like, I'll blow up your whole planet and kill everything here unless you do it. And he's like, well, you don't kill people. That's your rule. And he's like, you're gonna
I don't
kill
care.
Me, kill me anyway, whatever. Kind of the same deal with the Radion bullet, but like, and he starts like, Darkseid just like starts beating the shit out of him.
He also survived a fight against the Flash's villain. Why can't I remember his name? Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash? Yeah. The yellow Flash.
The fact that he even survived that fight is insane. He's also defeated Raish, who's threatened the entire world before.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I would say Batman is still street level, though. Like, he does these things that are, like, way bigger than him, but he's street level. But, like, Superman is not street level because Superman can, like, go to space and do crazy stuff.
So Michael...
And does it regularly.
Michael said, how did they kill Comixology?
How did they kill Comixology?
So, I'll tell you, a few years back, Amazon bought it, and we thought things were going in a good place until they decided to install somebody to run Comixology from Amazon who had no idea how to run it.
Yeah.
And then they basically gutted the app to, like, its most bare bones minimum. You also couldn't buy comics through Comixology anymore. It had to be through Amazon. And then most recently they just said, oh, we're deleting the app. All your comics are still going to be available on Kindle, but are they going to have
the app is gone.
Smart Zoom or any of these other things? No. They took what I thought was probably the best comic reader on across all the apps, everything.
Yeah.
And they just whittled it down till it was nothing until somebody said, oh, this isn't profitable anymore. It's like, I wonder why.
You killed your own app that you bought?
Not only that, the people who were running it too were some of the coolest people.
Before.
Yeah. Like, when Chadwick Boseman passed away, they made every single issue of Black Panther
free.
Every
single
didn't matter
issue.
how new it was. It could have been a $3.99 comic that came out last week that they could still make money on. Every single comic that had Black Panther in it was free.
Yeah. It was really, really cool.
For like 2 weeks, I think. Maybe even longer.
I don't know if it was 2 weeks.
It was a while.
Was it that long? I thought it was just a day. I
No.
downloaded a bunch of stuff, but
Was it-
not even all of it. I was just like, I'm not going to get all of it because that feels like a lot. Like, I could do that, but I was like, I just want to get a few things that I wanted to read, that I wanted to check out, and I'll use this as an opportunity to get some stuff.
I just clicked the square that said select all.
It's all select all.
So...
You're the reason we don't have Comixology anymore. You selected all.
It was me.
Maybe that's what killed it. But
Is there no longer an app to read DC on? There is.
there is, but you can't get it in Canada.
Which we can't get.
As far as I know, it's still not available here yet. So
Batman
I would have
is
to VPN it.
Batman is street level because he knows karate.
You don't have to
get
worry about the
access.
rest of the comment, Danny. That's it. Batman is street level because he knows karate.
If you know karate, you're street level. Danny was also asking, okay, I would ask this. You have a situation where there's a dead Celestial, and if the culprit is not caught, the fabric of reality will be unwoven. Who are you calling, Constantine or Daredevil? Well, I would say I would call neither of those
Detective
people.
Chimp?
Detective Chimp. I would say that I would probably call... we need to catch the culprit? I would say just call someone that knows science for a dead Celestial, actually.
No,
Call Reed.
No, don't worry. I know where you're going
Or
with
Tony.
this, Danny. I'm fueling the talk here, but no, like, if you were to somehow put them in a class hierarchy, like Constantine,
I think it's hard to
would be-
class them, is the thing that we're getting at. But I mean, magic beats anything, anyways.
Because magic is magic.
Because magic is magic, and
it has
there's
its
basically no rules.
It has its own
almost.
rules, and then you start making it.
Yeah.
I am dying on this hill.
Yeah, Constantine has magic, so in terms of like who would win against who, probably Constantine above Daredevil. However, you can't discount Daredevil. That's what I would say. Like, don't just think because he's Matt Murdock and
That man
he
went
knows
to law school.
martial arts that, you know, that's all he's got. Because I don't know. I don't know if Constantine would also... There are certain people that Matt's beat that I don't know if Constantine would beat them. It kind of depends on who's writing it, though.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It all comes down to who's writing what.
Yeah. Do you think, like, Purple Man could, like, have sway over Constantine?
No, because Constantine's drunk half the time. He barely has sway over himself.
But wouldn't that make him easier to manipulate?
I know.
No?
The amount of... Does he even have a soul left to manipulate?
I think he sold it.
That's what I mean. Like, there's...
Didn't he sell it to cure his cancer at one point, and then he died from cancer?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
It's
He
been
sold his soul a lot.
It's been a long time.
It's one of his favorite things to do, I think. He's like, it's Tuesday, time to sell my soul again.
Yeah, Vertigo Constantine is way up there in terms of like a recommend from me.
But you know what? I think that Satana would beat Constantine.
Satana?
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving this behind.
You're like, I'm not talking about this. I just think she has more control than Constantine.
The closest superpowers Batman has is being badass.
As long as she's willing to fight dirty, which I think she would be willing to fight dirty in certain scenarios.
Well, yeah,
anyways.
She tried to feed Doctor Strange.
Pitting these people against each other for no reason. Also, they would probably just team up.
The original discussion is Constantine street level. The smoking, the drinking, the trench coat street level.
But does Constantine know Kung Fu or martial arts or anything like that?
Look, he has a flat in London that he can't stay at, otherwise he'll die. It doesn't get more street level than that. The man would rather live on the streets than live in his flat.
Also, I think if someone likes to throw fists, they're street level. Like, if that's one of their go-tos. And I feel like that is one of Constantine's go-tos. To punch someone.
Mm-hmm.
He does love to punch people.
We need a Keanu Reeves Constantine too. Or Constantine too, for that one.
Constantine for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Constantine, according to the creator, Alan Moore.
Alan Moore.
And Sandman, where we actually said it correctly. And I never even knew I was saying it wrong this whole time. And when we listened to the Sandman audiobook, and then I was like, why are they saying this like this? And then I was like, oh, this is actually the correct way. I was tricked by us Americans.
Okay, but Thor likes to punch people. I wouldn't consider him street level.
Thor likes to hit people with a hammer, though, so...
He's got you, though.
Well, he doesn't punch people with his fists, usually. He punches people with a hammer. So... I mean, Hulk likes to punch people, though. He likes to punch people a lot.
And we all know Bruce Banner's street level through and through.
Yeah, it's interesting to decide, like, what are the classifications. But also, I would say over street level, Constantine is magic.
No,
and so
you know
magic
what?
is its own realm.
We will solve this the only way we know how.
How?
You will community post.
Oh.
What defines street level?
Tell me in the comments. Yeah. That's a good
And
point.
is Constantine street level?
Yes or no? Discuss.
Yes or no?
Discuss. We all know Daredevil is street level, though. On that, we all agree. But is Constantine street level? Also, do you think people can be multiple things? That's the other question. Because, like I said, I think he's magic before street level, but I think he's both. But some people would say you can't, like, double class or whatever. That. It's not even a class, but double categorize? I feel like we've come to the end.
Wolverine
of
is
this
an
stream,
Avenger
by the
and
way.
an X-Men, so it's
Now we're
doable.
just chatting. Although this is a just chatting stream, so
I think for all the new friends to join us, you should do
what?
the WandaVision pack.
We didn't reach the sub goal.
Oh, we
though.
didn't?
No,
Oh,
we didn't.
Oh, I got this giant beam.
Yeah,
Right
we
here
didn't.
blocking
but
me.
I'll hold on to it. Maybe we'll do it another time. I really
Damn.
do want to open it.
No, I did. I legitimately thought that we hit it.
Yeah, sadly.
I am
not yet
irrationally
today.
worked up over this.
I mean, I
Danny,
think
please.
that's called being a comic book fan. So you're doing it right. What was the? There's so many things. I've
Oh
been
my
irrational-
God.
Oh Michael. Spoke too soon. Michael was like, "What?
Yeah.
We're opening the pack. We're opening the pack." Thank you so much, Michael. You did not have to do that. Whoa! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
And yes, Danny, we did count the resub.
18.
Duck wants to open the pack.
19, 20, 21,
I
22,
do
23.
think.
He wants to see what we get. He wants to see if we get that exclusive white vision card.
Far too generous.
Thank
with all these
you.
subs.
Very generous. Very kind of you.
Pokemon pack opening.
I'll just throw it up there. I don't think we're gonna reach this, but I'm just gonna leave it there just in case.
There you go. Now
It's good. It's good to have goals.
Now you have
know?
no excuse.
I have no excuse. Also, welcome on into the Fang Gang. Hojo Z, Griffdog, Camarithus, Bokaj023, and Evitable Fate. Evitable Fate is a really cool username. Did I say everybody? Camathaus? I don't think I said this one. Carmithus?
Carmithius.
Carmithius. Oh, that's also a really cool name.
Like a Greek warrior.
I know. All right, let's open it up. Let's see what we get. Are you ready? Are you excited? Thank you so much, Michael. That was so nice of you. You did not have to do that.
All right, what are you doing?
Me? I'm opening this pack.
Show off the pack.
Here it is.
Give the people what they want.
If my camera will focus. It's an Upper Deck WandaVision pack. They have some more at my LCS too, so if we like it, maybe I'll get some more.
Yeah, they still got a couple more and Loki packs.
They're just expensive. They have Loki packs. They have Across the Spider-Verse packs. They're a little pricey, but I mean, I do like cards. Okay, whoa! We started off with a great one. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna lower this camera. I'm just gonna lower this. I'm very happy that I got this one.
Hey, welcome back, Nocturnes. So we hit sub goal, thanks to Michael and his generosity. So Amanda's currently opening
Some WandaVision Upper Deck collectible cards, trading cards
that were at the LCS today when we went to pick up our comics.
that I've been eyeing for literally months. And I was like, you know what? Today's the day. We're going to go on. We're going to do our comic pull list. And I'm going to open a pack of cards maybe. Because, you know what? Why not? So this is the Sokovian Fortune Teller. So let's see. Oh gosh. This camera's really struggling. Should I take off the... I feel like if I take off the low light, it makes it better. Let's see. Just so it's not refocusing every 2 seconds. Apply. Let's see if that makes it any better. Literally looks the same. Pietro tries to scare Billy and Tommy on their first Halloween, and Wanda comes downstairs dressed as a Sokovian fortune teller. The boys think her classic costume is rad, but Uncle Pietro disagrees. Man, I loved that twist in the show. That twist did not go where I wanted it to go. It made me very upset by the end of it.
Speaking of trading cards, I am waiting for the new Star Wars TCG to drop next month. I was not aware of this. Did you know that there was a Star Wars TCG coming?
I think I've heard about it. Yes.
There are too many card games.
But also, I'm still butthurt from Destiny not being a thing anymore. And also, we still have the other Star Wars game that I got that we haven't played yet, actually,
Yes.
that actually Michael gifted to us. So thank you, Michael. We still have to play that game.
Yes, we do.
I have it. I really want to play. It's too many games. Not enough time. Yeah, but I saw that they were doing a TCG as well.
Yes, the One Piece TCG.
One Piece
We forgot to
TCG?
look.
Oh, we did forget to look at the LCS, but yeah, I don't know. I've been looking everywhere, but haven't seen any cards yet, so. They were everywhere a while ago, but I guess now, because they're super collectible, everyone's going around
The
buying them
market
up.
has exploded. We missed our chance.
Alright, so we got your rules, they simply bent to my power. It's a little Agatha on there. The witches in Agatha's coven directed all their power at her. She screamed in pain, but it was Agatha's attackers who began to wither and die. The leader joined, but also fell to her. Agatha plucked the brooch from her robe. That's right, Agatha doesn't... It's like, yeah, y'all getting messed up. Another red light? Oh man, Darcy stuck at a red light. Vision helps Darcy Lewis remember who she is, and together they borrow a truck from the circus. They keep hitting red lights. Vision thinks Wanda is creating impediments to keep him from returning home. Impediments. Impediments?
No, impediments.
Yeah, impediments. It was like, I don't think I'm saying that wrong, but... A special occasion. The black and white one. You can look at the monitor. It'll be on there for you. Wanda and Vision's neighbor Agnes asks Wanda about their special occasion. Is it someone's birthday? Not a birthday. Today isn't a holiday, is it? No, it's not a holiday. Their anniversary? Yes, that must be it. Oh my gosh, I loved this. I love this whole episode. This one was so good. Also, I've already rewatched WandaVision like multiple times. I really like it. We are an unusual couple. They're posed from the comic. Escape from the kitchen. Ooh, we get a holographic in here? We are an unusual couple. Wanda and Vision experience some technical difficulties in the kitchen. They escape to the living room. They have each other's backs as they strike a fighting pose, as if to protect each other from some unseen enemy. And then Wanda goes into labor.
Darcy should be in every Marvel thing. She's actually, or she was, the supporting cast in Wanda's book.
Yeah, and Scarlet Witch. I hope she's going to be in Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. But yeah, that was her first comic book appearance. So she made her way to the comics. Pretty sick. Although she's a little different. She's like a journalist in it, which is a little weird. But she's still herself in terms of her personality. This is our home. Aww. Vision tells Wanda that they don't have to stay in Westview. They can go wherever they want, but Wanda says they can't. This is their home now, and Wanda has everything under control. She turns on the television. Wanda is completely in control and is making everything up, sadly. The witch is OP.
They'll go up to Danny.
Oh. Is Wanda street level? No. I don't think so. Wanda, she primarily fights in the realm of Mystic.
Of
and
OP.
or mutant. Yeah, she's like constantly dealing with massive threats. Threats to the fabric of reality on a daily basis, I would say. Or like, you know, traveling to a whole other realm to fight something. It's kind of like Doctor Strange, really. Doctor Strange is always going to like other places usually to fight guys and do stuff like that. So very much in the realm of mysticism. She doesn't know a martial art either, I don't think. Does she know any martial arts?
Does she know karate?
Does she know karate? The real question. Does she know karate? I'm gonna look it up. Let me look up her wiki right now before we go. It's a good question.
Amanda Duck, thanks for this. The pull list streams are my faves. Big love. Have a great night. Bye. See you, Danny.
Bye, Danny. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and thank you for subbing and gifting and just being an amazing human. These are some of my favorite streams too. I like coming and just chatting comics with you. let's see. She has witchcraft, chaos magic, divine sources. Yeah, spells, flight. Well, I mean, these are all her powers. So what would be... I mean, she has reality warping, so she could
She knows Hex
know martial arts. She knows Hex Fu. Oh my gosh.
Danny says, I feel like I'm being trolled. That's exclusively what Constantine faces.
Let's see. So she is... her abilities include dancing. Fun fact. She can do traditional dances.
Hold on, I'm looking this up. I want to see if Marvel has a trademark on this, otherwise I'm taking it.
What?
Hex Fu.
Hex Fu. She's very good at swimming, apparently. Fun fact. And meditation and yoga. Also, apparently she's really good at riding horses. I didn't know that.
Oh, Dante redeemed.
Wonder Man was impressed by her
Posture.
horse riding abilities.
Posture and hydrate.
Oh, I'm out of water.
As am I. We shall hydrate soon, as we're...
I'll refund you for that one, but I promise you we'll hydrate for you. Oh, she's an expert combatant. She's been trained in hand-to-hand combat by Captain America, Hawkeye, and Mockingbird. So, actually, she doesn't know martial art, though. I don't think. But she knows how to fight.
Alright, Danny, you win. He's not street level.
What? He's not street level. He's faced the very concept of darkness. I mean... Well, he is not breaking up drug rings and fighting the mob. In fact, he might be starting the drug rings, knowing Constantine.
He's definitely there. It's where he meets
He's
most of
definitely
his
there.
friends.
But he is the person that, like... I don't know. Here's another question. Is Damon Hellstrom street level?
I mean, I feel like that is very much not the case.
No?
No.
Because I would say he's kind of on a similar level to Constantine at times.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Is an exorcist street level?
Yeah, what... Well, I mean, I guess which calls are they answering? But I feel like an exorcist... But that's what I mean, right? Like, I feel like an exorcist should be street level.
Yes.
And Constantine's an exorcist, and so is Damon Hellstrom.
Spider-Man
right?
would be considered street level. Yes.
Spider-Man is street level. Spider-Man has also saved the world. But he's street level because he's based in New York.
Fun fact, Aquaman has the same powers as SpongeBob.
What? No way. No way. Danny says this was a lot of work, but I feel like it was worth it to be vindicated in the end. Oh my gosh. He walks on the street.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, if you walk on the street, you're street. If you float, you're not street level. Sorry, baby. I like this. I like this weird, how we're struggling so hard to define what is street level.
Let him cook.
You know what? Next time I have to do a street level list, I'm going to put Constantine on there just to see how it goes.
At number 10 as well.
No, at number 1.
He's not,
Top. Most
he's
street level.
The top street level.
That'll ruffle some feathers, I feel like.
Alright, well.
Alright, friends. We're going to head out. Duck is yawning.
Ooh.
And I am ready to drink more water.
I am off.
Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this pull list. Thank you to everybody that subbed. Thank you to everybody that followed. Thank you to everybody that was here and chatting with us and just
Appreciate
being
all the
cool.
new people. Hope to see you again for the next one.
Yeah,
hope you had a good time.
We'll be back in a couple weeks. We'll talk some more comics.
Also, if there's any, you should do a poll or something. If there's any comics that we should check out next time we go pick up comics, let us know.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a members poll over on YouTube for those of you that are members over there. I wish I could do stuff like that for my subs over on Twitch. I wish there was a place for that.
Nocturnes, I am here every second Wednesday to talk comics, but Amanda streams.
I stream. You can find UptownDuck, though. I will plug his info. If you are watching on YouTube, it's also in the video description if you would like to follow him.
But what's your schedule?
My schedule is I stream every... Oh my gosh, we're in an ad break. I'm going to plug my schedule in the chat first because the ad break's almost over. And my schedule is I stream every Monday, I do, usually that's my indie RPG nights. We play TTRPGs, me and a few of my friends that are part of the stream team. It's super fun. And then on Wednesday, every other Wednesday, we're here doing comic pull list. And then on Thursdays, I typically do a video game that I'm playing through. So right now I'm playing through Justice League, Kill the Justice League.
Suicide Squad.
Kill the Justice League. I'm sorry, my brain is tired. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. And I also need to finish Alan Wake as well. And then on Saturdays, I do You Choose, I Play. I'm going to be doing Hitman 3 thanks to this guy, actually, who bought a bunch of subs, memberships to request it. And then the other thing I will be doing is on Sundays, I do an IRL stream.
All right, Nocturnes, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out.
Have a good night. Have a good night. So yeah, that is my stream schedule. And my IRL stream, you can also request a real life IRL stream. And that's that.
To do something.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have good night.
Have
See
good
you
nights.
next time.
We'll see you next time. Until then, friends.